Candiace Dillard Bassett went on Watch What Happens Live and she's defending her shady Rob vote on the Traitors. On the latest episode of the Traitors US Season 4, the Traitors, Candiace Dillard Bassett, Lisa Rinna, and Rob Roush, seemed to implode as Rob gave a compelling speech at the roundtable that helped to oust fellow traitor Lisa. Candiace, outraged by Rob's public betrayal and in an effort to not vote against another housewife, shockingly threw her vote at Rob, who had caught almost no suspicion up until that point. To many fans, including me, this vote felt petty and like a mistake that could make Candiace, who's been a lot more outspoken than Rob, look suspicious. On Monday's episode of Watch What Happens Live, Candiace wanted to set the record straight. When Andy read the viewer question, "Candiace, can you see that Rob initially had to vote for Lisa as his two friends were on the chopping block and it would have looked suspect for him to vote for either Colton or Rob? And do you realize your throwaway vote for Rob makes you look suspicious since his name hadn't been floated at the table?" This was her immediate response.
I realize none of these things because they're false.
Okay.
Iconic, honestly, sticking to her guns. She then explained that to her, Rob's behavior was far more suspicious than her vote, as he'd been quiet at every roundtable until that one, where he suddenly had a lot to say to bury Lisa.
There was like a twinkle in his eye. He like came out of his shell. That is suspicious to me.
Honestly, I still think the Rob vote was definitely meant with some shade and not just a strategic decision, but what Candiace said does make sense. It sounds like she thinks suspicion may turn to Rob and she wants to be on the right side of it. Though I do kind of think her own logic against Rob applies to her as well. Why suddenly vote for someone at the roundtable that you've never mentioned before? Just because he had a case against Lisa, who is now a confirmed traitor? Fishy. I guess we'll have to wait for this week's episode to see if the faithfuls are on to Rob, Candiace, or both. With the way this season is going, they might just suddenly think it's Mark or something random, but I'm excited to see. Alright you guys, that's all I have to share with you today. What do you think about Candiace Dillard Bassett standing by her decision to vote for Rob at last week's roundtable on the Traitors? And will it come back on her? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to please like this video, subscribe, or follow our channel for all the latest news. I'm your host, Molly Sims, and you can find me at MeHoldingCoffee on Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you in the next video.